Hello and welcome everyone. This is Plorian again. So, I am going to be doing a try to be short kind of walkthrough for downgrading the game and being able to use do modding with the BA2 formats. The reason being that the BA2s had a number changed in them from I guess a 1 to a 7 and 8, and what happened is like Cathedral Asset Optimizer, Bethesda Archive Extractor, text gen used for generating logs and other stuff like that can't open the files, but all it is a number change, nothing else, nothing changed, no performance, anything. So WC created a mod that reverts them back. Therefore, if you're making mods or extracting files, stuff like that, you can do it. So I'm gonna go over that. So I just got here my game. I got a few extra creation clubs that were free for right now, but yeah, I went ahead and updated the game, got it to that one, there we go. I got it clean, did the update, got it clean, so we're just going to go in and verify real quick that it's the updated new version. Right, settings, 1.10.980, yep, so that's the new version. I have tried this in Root Builder. If you use Root Builder, it will work. You just have to do a couple steps beforehand. So what we're going to do is, first off, open up your game for usually Steam Library, Steam Apps, Common, Fallout 4. So go there. And then you're going to want to download first, manually put it in another folder. Simple Fallout 4 Downgrader. I will have the links down below on YouTube for you guys. So I'm going to do simple Fallout 4 or FO4 Downgrader, and then Backported Archive 2 Support System. This one is by Nukem, and Simple Fallout 4 Downgrader is by Karks, created by Karks, Nukem, and Ugenzify. I don't know. It's Vish, the guy that created the Midnight Ride and some other ones. Skyrim List. I don't know if he works in Viva Las Vegas, but awesome list, awesome dude. So yeah, with these you'll need the older version of Fallout 4 script extender and the address library for version 1.10.163. So make sure the older ones, we'll go through that in a minute. And then this. And so that's pretty much it. This one you can install in MO2, I suggest in the mod organizer. This one has to be done outside of it. I have not found a way to actually do it in there. So we're going to go look there. So if you go open up this, now you're going to see with the simple Fallout 4 Downgrader. So you click on that, you're going to find these in there. 2 .exes and 1 PDB and 2 VCDIFF. So, but I will say, if you download this and you have an antivirus, anti-malware, or in my case also I have Malbytes, and I think that's what it's called. Yeah, like Malwarebytes, something like that. And I have NordVPN. Well, the VPN has a scanner in it for the files that are getting downloaded, and it flagged it twice when I tried to download it. It wouldn't let me download them. So if you have that and you have an issue with that, just pause it, download it. It's just the files, but I think because it's a .exe, it's suspicious, but it's perfectly fine and safe. It works. Don't worry about it. Just you might have to get around that. So you would take these files, all 6 of them, take them over here, copy them into there, or if you open the zip, drag them in, and then you're going to click on fo4downgrader.exe. So click on that to come up here, run through stuff. It'll say patching successful. You may close the patcher now. So you close that. Now what I do is I go in and just kind of clean it up. I select the files. I haven't found that they need to stay in, so just look for those 6 and delete them, because it basically creates the version of the launcher for a different version, and that creates a backup. So I was able to run it without them in there, so if you want a little bit cleaner game folder, you can go and delete those. Unless, of course, the mod author comes on the video and comments and says not to, but it worked for me, so I don't see a huge issue. So yeah, so that's pretty much it for that, for downgrading. And then the next step we're going into the mod organizer. So the next step, when you go, first thing you're going to need Fallout 4 script extender. So go here on the Nexus. When you're here, click on File. Do not get this one. Even me as a professional in the moment, download it and then went, oh crap, wrong one. So when you come in, make sure to check the code, because even I am susceptible to this. It's easy sometimes when you're not thinking, just click on it. But we don't want this one because that's for the next gen. We want old file. So you click on that, download that one. Address library, same deal. Don't get the latest. It says what version it is here, 1.10.980. Go down, optional files, look for 1.10.163. Download that one. So yeah, this is the only thing with staying downgraded, which I assume most people are because of this not update. You're going to have to pay more attention with F4SE mods that have been updated to make sure you don't download the wrong one. Otherwise, your game will not work and you'll have to go fix that. Alright, so we got that. Backported Archive to Support System. Go download that file. Download those all to your mod organizer. And then I went ahead and got high FPS physics fixed just so we can see like that it's working by checking that I have unlimited frame without running like crazy. So now in this I have Root Builder, but you know what, I'm gonna go ahead and show you the other way. I always use Root Builder. I like it. It's clean. I think it should work for me, but I don't know 100%. When I tried it, it seemed to work, and I was able to get my Fusion mod list going. But I'm gonna try putting the script extender, not that. There we go. I'm gonna try putting the script extender into the actual game folder. See, like I said, data, DLL, EX, DLL. Right. So take that in. Alright, so that's in there. Go ahead and shut that down. I restart that up so it'll auto-identify it. There we go. Right, go ahead and drag that up top. Alright, so we'll be launching through there now. Now, after that, since that's there and I don't have to do the Root Builder, the address library, and click on that. All looks good. Then we're going to do Backported Archive to Support System. Okay, go ahead and check those. And then high FPS physics fix, we'll put that after it just to make sure it works. And I'm going to go ahead and remove Root Builder out of the plugins just for the sake of it, just in case it might cause an issue. I don't know if it will. Like I said, I like using Root Builder myself. I did a video about it because for me it keeps the game folder clean, but with having to downgrade it, I don't know, it still works because you just downgrade it and then run everything else like normal through it. But I was run to an issue when I was messing around with it and testing it a little bit earlier with some of the Creation Club stuff coming up unmanaged. Like some, like I think it was like 3 or 4 of the new ones, like the grenade, the Halloween, yeah, grenades. I think the grenade launcher, Halloween, and there is Remnant or something like that was showing up as unmanaged. The others aren't. So I'll show you a possible way to deal with that if that comes up that I think will work. I believe so because of what I looked into real quick. But yeah, so go to settings. You can check F4C version 0.6.23. So that's the older version. For version 1.10.160. You know it's the right. So that's good. And then I already got these because I was messing around. There we go. Alright. So, yep. Game looks good. Bring up my FPS. So yeah, running 143 FPS with 99% FPS being about 108, 90 something. So yep, and you can see running 140 something FPS and not moving fast means that the mod's working. So F4C is working. So Downgrader worked. We're all good there. So that's a good thing. Go ahead and Get out of here. Alright, so those all look good there. I'm just wondering with let me go ahead and try running Fusion to see how it does. Because the only thing in there's Fall 4 Script Extender, which Fusion uses the same version, just to make sure, because like some of your model lists or Wabbajack lists like this. Okay, so yeah, something's wrong there. So it's not reading something right. So let me go ahead and try something. So the next mod that I was going to show you here is, this is the one that was made by WC. It is the BA2 archive version patcher. I don't know if this is actually needed for the game, but it might work. So basically this one says that they changed the version number of the BA2 archives from version 1 to version 7 and 8 with no apparent actual changes to file structure. So this downgrades the version number of version 1, allows the next-gen archive to be loaded by older tools and game versions. You can do it for individual files, like if you get a mod, say down the road in the future somebody puts out a mod with the version 7 or 8 BA2 archive, you can now revert it back to the older if you want to play it on there, because they don't, the next gen can read the old ones, but the old version when you downgrade can't read the new ones. And so I'm thinking that's what's happening here, why the game is crashing. So I think this actually is needed. Basically for that, you basically comes up, and I'll get rid of that. Basically comes up like this. And then you click BA2 archive version patcher.exe. It hits select directory. And for here, I went ahead and went to Steam, Library, Steam Apps, Common, Fallout 4, and then Data, because data folders where the BA2s are. Hit select, hit patch. Comes up with a list of all the archives that were patched. So those are all the ones that were patched. Go ahead and go out of that. Actually, no, we need to go back. That's right. Okay. Now we'll try this again. Because it worked earlier for me, so I'm hoping it works this time. Alright. Had this issue before. Let me try one more time, because I think I might know how you have to fix it in there. If so, I think it has to do with putting that bass in. Because I think it overrides something with the menu. And I believe the menu doesn't work right, because they brought up a thing in the next gen that announces like hello wanderer blah 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 and this, and I think that it messes up your stuff. So what I'm going to do is open up my Fusion list, and then we're going to get this guy in Fusion. See if that helps. So just a possibility for any of you guys that might be playing this, already have it downloaded before, because I already had this downloaded before. So just a messing around with, seeing if you happen to have it and it's not working when you downgrade, then this could be part of why. But yeah, to get this list to work, I had to do the BA2 thing. But I think to just make your own list possibly and all that, you don't have to, because I know like with the Midnight Ride they weren't using it. There we go. That's better. Yeah. I had downloaded the high-res texture pack earlier. That's why I ended up updating earlier in the week, because I wanted to just snag the textures for working on some texture packs possibly down the road. And ended up updating, and then I apparently forgot to delete the ESM, even though I deleted the files and all that. So, yep, so yeah, as you can see, it works now. All I had to do was basically run the Downgrader in the game, run the BA2 archival thing from WC, and then basically run the bass in the game in here. So if you have an older Wabbajack list, and say you don't downgrade, or say you downgrade and you're trying to get to work and it doesn't want to come up, but you haven't updated since then basically that's what you need to do. Just throw this in and it changes it. It won't mess your game up. It shouldn't. So yeah, that's that. So that's good. I got it working earlier with the root builder, but this time I did it different. So yeah, that's basically that. And then there is the BA2 archive extractor. I'll go ahead and show you that. Okay, that one basically you just kind of open a file, and if you looked before, it's not there, so let's go there. If you had looked before using it, and with the next gen, it won't open the files. You go to open it, and it just gives you nothing because it doesn't know how to read them. But now you can. Now you can see what textures are in there, whatever you want to your heart's desire to a degree. So yeah, so yep, so that works there. So that's basically how you do it. Yeah, like I said, get this, go downgrade your game folder, throw in these three, install them all in your mod manager, and then run your BA2 archive version patcher over it, and seems to me like everything works good. The way I did it to make sure I was clean before is I went into the game, not there, into here, yes, and basically delete everything except the data folder, and then inside the data folder delete anything, this video or script, anything up here, anything that's not a BA2, a CDX, or an ESM. That's a method I taught in the past, and basically just re-verify the files, and what it does is it will re-download everything, but because you didn't delete the textures and all that and the meshes, it's a lot less to download. It's like a couple megabytes instead of gigabytes. So save your save, resets everything, go in, do your stuff. So yeah. So, yep, and as you can see though, and I'm going to see if this actually works still or not with the list, but because of using the root builder, it likes to reset the game folder to whatever state it was in, I guess before, so playing with the older version with Fusion, it erased a lot of the files I had in there for like downgrading and all that stuff. So I'm curious with that, did it mess up my being able to play now? So let's see. Yeah, because it's not in there. So yeah, so if you're using something like Fusion with a root builder, that may not work with that, putting it in there. If you do a root builder here, like say, let's, well, you can watch my other video, but if you do root builder, it can do it to where you could put F4SE and your EMB in with root builder and that stuff, and then it shouldn't have that issue because it's not actually in there. Alright, so just to check, I'm just going to do it just for the sake of checking. So if we drain there again, click it, it says already downgraded. So even though it basically got rid of the files like that, the F4SE and that we had put in, it's still downgraded, is what it looks like. Well, except for that. Oh, probably because it's not through the mod manager, so it doesn't have file. So, but yeah, so basically, yeah, it downgrades it. So my suggestions would be get Backported Archive Support System, your Fallout 4 Downgrader, and your BA2 archive version. Even though this is mainly for modders, I do think it's good for pretty much about everybody to use it. And then don't forget you need your script extender in this, and to get the older version, not the new version, make sure you pay attention to the version numbers on there. So yeah, not too much else besides that. Like I said, if you're playing a list with root builder, realize that if you put Fallout 4 script extender in there, it's going to get erased like that one was. If you do like me and you use root builder, then you'll be fine, because root builder isn't in there when the other one would launch. But if you're just somebody that's making a mod list, you're not playing a Wabbajack list, you're not using root builder, you're only using one list, or God forbid use Vortex, but if you use that or one of those, you should be fine. Throw those in, do that. You should not have an issue. If you're probably running one or two mod lists and you're just running off the same F4C file, should be good to go. So not too complicated. Like I said, it's pretty self-explanatory. Basically drop these in, click it, I get rid of the files just to keep it clean, install these as mods, and you're good to go. And oh yeah, and then run the BA2 version patcher, which takes a couple seconds. Really not much to it, doesn't take too long, and then you can run the 1.63 version with all the updates and the compatibility, all the updates and stuff for the next gen, but running on old version, so you can enjoy stuff like CFM, the community fixes, merge I think is called, by Vesh and them and Equo, that is fixing a lot of issues. You can enjoy the latest version of the unofficial Fallout 4 patch and stuff like that that are made to work with it, because now your version number's right and the files are right. Yeah, the Creation Club content you either bought or got free with the update, you'll still have. So it's kind of like with Skyrim where they do that. It basically gives you the option of having everything but being the older. The only thing you can't do is the Fallout 4 scripts. The main idea is you can only use the older Fallout 4 scripts, not next gen. Now granted, the way the next gen Fallout 4 script is, it's probably not going to be a whole lot coming out on there for a while, if ever, because it's like they got to completely rewrite everything for the most part, from what I understand. So it's not just like a simple update. This is like so changed that they probably have to rewrite almost everything, like recreate. And already a bunch of mod authors have already said that they're not going to. They're sticking with the old version, and you just have to downgrade. So honestly, my suggestion right now, what I'm going to do is to downgrade and stick with that. If for some reason things get a little better, something happens, or the next gen they start moving a lot to next gen, it gets better, I'll go there. But for now, I think this is the better place to be. So just thought I'd go ahead and explain that to you. I'm doing this little bit on the end as an update because originally I couldn't figure out how to deal with the unmanaged new Creation Club content, and then I figured it out, and I felt stupid, but I need to redo this, so I'm doing this real quick, and I'm going to try to get this video up. So basically, you're going to see it come up after you do your BA2 archive thing that changes the BA2s back to the old method. I think that's what causes it. After I played the first time, it comes up, says unmanaged only for the new ones, and I'm thinking that's because maybe the new Creation Club didn't have a version like that before, whereas the old Creation Club did. So I'm not exactly sure, but yeah, you'll see these three are unmanaged, all the rest are whatever. And then what I noticed is when you come over here to your plugins, these ones are all unchecked. And that's why I wasn't, in my game it was saying, oh well, it couldn't find these. And I'm like, well, how is it not? And when I was showing it, I had the downloads. So I came in, I was like, oh, so click all them and voila. So that's pretty much it. Just if you do all the steps that I said, it's probably going to come up. It may be after your first playthrough or whatever, but it'll come up. It'll say unmanaged for these. Check your plugins. You'll probably just have to re-enable the plugins, and then it works. Because I went in the game just a few minutes ago before I started recording this, and I went ahead and checked, and I was able to bring up the grenade launcher through console command, and the quests were coming in, which means they're there. So don't mind the unmanaged. I was told that just means that the files in your data folder, though I don't know why the rest say that, but yeah, that's pretty much what it is. And I don't know why these aren't up there. They should be up there. So, but yeah, so pretty much that's it. And then one other thing, just a recommended mod on top of this is also I found this one, Miscellaneous Next Gen Quests. Basically, it has this picture. Basically, what does it moves all your Creation Club quests that you are given free into your miscellaneous category in your quest, which is good because you have 6 quests, and depending when you want to do them, they can really clog up your quests. So I'm going to try that out. It seems to be really good. And then another one that I saw, I haven't tested this one yet, by SKK50 or SKK Mods, same person, is Start Creation Club When You Want by SKK. And this one basically looks like you can you pick which one you want, and then different settings. But yeah, I haven't messed with that one. He's usually pretty good with his mods. So yeah, basically there's some things to deal with it. One of them has like just disabling them. I don't think that's right, but yeah, they need to be better integrated. The way they put them into the game to be integrated is kind of haphazard, and they all show up at once, and there's people working on things that would set them more to the proper levels and add them to the proper level list because they're kind of janky. So kudos on them. Hopefully that stuff comes out soon. But yeah, other than that, that's all I really want to show you is basically, yeah, if they show up unmanaged and you're getting an alert afterwards about not having those files, look in your plugins, make sure they're checked, because mine were unchecked. Check them, should be good to go. So that's pretty much it. So hope you guys enjoyed this video, and hopefully it helped some of you out. Don't know if it'll be popular or not, but just like my Horizon video and some of the others, I like to be helpful when I can. Haven't really seen much of any videos showing how to do this, and I mean, it's not complicated, but sometimes people, like me a lot of times, do better with visuals, and so it helps walk you through it. Hopefully it's not too long. So exploring, checking out. I'll see you guys next video. Hopefully you enjoy this downgraded version of the game, because the upgrade was not worth much. But hey, at least we get to keep the free creation kit stuff while playing on an old system. So hey, it works. Talk to you guys later.